Afternoon, everyone. It's Harvey from Mother Sponge 1000, and I'm reporting live here in northern New Jersey, around 20 miles from New York City, just to the northwest of New York City. And as you can see, we're seeing very heavy snowfall right now. Snowfall rates, yeah, they've been heavy, and it's expected about to be more heavy, because if you were to look at the radar right now, right around central New Jersey, there's a really heavy snow band right over the Philadelphia area, Trenton, and that's going to move up north to my area, so we could see snowfall rates even heavier than this. So the original forecast here was 1 to 3 inches, but based on what I'm measuring, we've already received 2, and I wouldn't be surprised if we do exceed 3 inches at this point, and maybe get closer to 4 if this heavy snow band moves in, because while this is a quick mover, it'll end by around 3 o'clock today. That snow band I'd say could easily dump maybe 2 inches per hour when it comes to snowfall. So we could very well see 4 inches, which exceeded the original expectation of 1 to 3. So this is quite insane. But we see the roads are passable, but still fairly difficult to drive right up along these roads. So definitely take precaution all throughout northern New Jersey. And just in New Jersey in general, even South Jersey. And yeah, for the ones tuning in, thank you for tuning in. Feel free to ask any questions regarding the snowstorm, even like the next few winter storms next week. Feel free to ask anything. I'll make sure to answer it. But yeah, this is pretty insane, guys. Very heavy snowfall. Temperatures pretty cold too, maybe around upper 20s, low 30s, but around 2 inches has fallen so far, and like I said, we could see a heavier snow band move northward. So in terms of timing for northern New Jersey, this should end around 3-4 o'clock today, so this should be a relatively quick mover, which is the reason why the snow totals won't necessarily be a ton like you'd expect for snowfall rates this heavy, but still it's enough at least for a few hours to make the roads very difficult with snowfall rates this heavy, because all this snowfall is going to fall at a very fast clip. So definitely be aware of that all throughout the Northeast. And New York City is now getting involved with snowfall. Originally, it was like a little bit of mixing and a little bit more of a rain event for New York City, but now we're seeing that cold air move further southward. So, yeah, guys, this is pretty insane. And for Philadelphia, you guys are experiencing heavy snowfall. Same goes for Trenton. And yeah, this came pretty out of nowhere. So yeah, definitely stay prepared, guys. And this isn't over for the Northeast, because tomorrow we're gonna receive another winter storm that's going to move up the Northeast coast, bringing a similar amount of snowfall, maybe around 1 to 3 inches, as it seems like the heaviest of the as it seems like the heavier snowfall will be just off the coast, but it'll still dump a good area of another 1 to 3 inches of snow by tomorrow. Hey, what's up, Caden? Thank you for tuning in. This is pretty insane. And yeah, the snowfall rates, now I'm starting to feel it get a little bit more heavy now, as it's, yeah, wow, 19 viewers. Thank you guys all for tuning in right now. This is pretty insane. So I'm near the Paterson, New Jersey area right now. So that's about 20 or 18 miles just to the northwest of New York City. And yeah, I'm just northwest of the rain snow line as of right now. So I'm definitely getting a lot of heavier snowfall, and the snow bands are going to continue to move further northward into my area, Because take a look at the radar, the Philadelphia, around like central Jersey. If you believe central New Jersey exists, that's a debate for another time. But right now in central Jersey, southern Jersey, there's a heavy snow band. And once that moves in, like, I wouldn't be surprised if we see around 2 inch per hour snowfall rate. So it could get fairly heavy. And I'm already starting to feel it like get a little bit more heavy right now. I wish I could look at the radar right now, but I don't know how I can do that on the live stream, because I think if I exit out of this live stream, then it might like turn off the live stream. But at least based on what I saw in the most recent radar run, so this is only gonna get heavier, guys. And yeah, just stay prepared in all of these areas. I live just south of Allentown, got 4 to 5 inches so far. Wow, that is heavy. And I'm not surprised around the Allentown area they got that much, because like looking at that radar, I saw that like around the Philadelphia metro area and around eastern Pennsylvania in general and southern New Jersey, they were getting hit by a really heavy snow band. And if this moves, if that moves northward into my area with that same intensity, then I'd say we could easily exceed the 1 to 3 inch snowfall here that I'm seeing right now in New Jersey. So let me take a measure once again more of this snowfall. Who knows? Maybe it's 2.5 inches of snow. Okay, here's my ruler. Let me see what I got here. Okay, there's slightly below 2 inches, around 2 inches still, I'd say. And we still got another 3 to 4 hours left of this. And the snowfall rates, like I said, could be heavy. So we could see even more than what you see right now in terms of snowfall rates. And like in terms, at least compared to what was originally forecasted. So yeah, my hand's feeling cold. It's not too windy. This isn't necessarily a powerhouse of a storm. Typically, the snowstorms that produce wind are the nor'easters that produce very heavy snowfall and like are pretty mature when it comes to its development stage. This isn't like that. This isn't that powerful of a storm system. It just recently formed, so obviously the winds won't necessarily be strong with this one. But it's still producing heavy snowfall rates. And the roads they're passable, but you definitely would need to go slower in roads like this. And hopefully it doesn't get much worse than what we're seeing right now. But with this snow band moving northward, it's, I'd say it's definitely could get worse than what we're seeing. Snow has lightened up here, but still snowing. Okay, so I haven't looked at the radar, but maybe around the Allentown area, it might be that the snow band moved just to the northeast of you guys. It's now moving northward, maybe more to my area in northern New Jersey. So maybe Allentown might be like might begin to see the lighter side of the snowfall from now on, as the snowstorm continues to head further northward at a fairly fast clip. But we could be just getting started here in northern New Jersey, despite already seeing 2 inches of snowfall and snowfall rates like you see right now, this heavy. Whew. Yeah, guys, this is insane. Wow. But yeah, guys, like I said, we're gonna get another round of snow tomorrow here. More so along the extreme eastern portions of the Northeast. Should be around 1 to 3 inches of snow. So, yeah, gonna be a snowy weekend here for millions of Americans up along the Northeast coast. And like I've been mentioning in my previous videos, there is a snowstorm pattern that could develop by the time we approach next weekend, the weekend of January 24th. We'll definitely need to keep tabs on that as well, because if everything goes right, it could be a very active winter to end January for much of the Northeast, based on what I'm seeing. But yeah, it all depends on the jet stream where it positions itself next week. The jet stream, it's the cold air. I don't think cold air is going to be a problem by the time we approach the weekend on January 24th. There should be plenty of cold air for it to snow. The only thing it needs is really the jet stream to at least move a little bit just north enough to be able to bring that humidity further northward and to enhance that instability, because if it's too cold, then that reduces the instability and the possibility of a snowstorm by this weekend. I live in Chester, Virginia. We haven't got snow for 7 months. Wow. That is pretty long, but yeah, there's a good chance Sunday the 25th. I'll keep you guys updated as we continue to get more updates with that winter storm. So yeah, last time I got snow, at least in this area of North New Jersey, I'm trying to think. We did get multiple rounds of smaller snowstorms, maybe around an inch. But the last big one we got was December 27th, but I'm sure we got another one after that. That dumped around an inch of snow. But yeah, last big one we got was the 27th, where it dumped around 4 inches of snow here. And then the bigger one we got was on December 15th, where we got 6 inches of snow. But in terms of like the last time I got over a foot of snow here, it's been a while, 5 years. Last time was Winter Storm Orlena, which was around very early February, which dumped almost 2 feet of snow here. Oh man, I almost fell. But yeah, the snowfall is really getting heavy here, by the way, guys. Starting to see the heavier snowflakes fall at a faster clip. So we could be in for this heavier snow band right now. Yeah, this winter definitely started earlier this year compared to last. And I'd say last few years in general. Because the last few years, the winter has been weaker. And not only weaker, but they started later. We wouldn't get like our first few snowstorms more so until January and February. December has always been pretty dry when it comes to the winter storms moving through. But thankfully this year we're finally getting our snowfall, which is definitely nice. All right, let me change the scenery a little bit. Let me walk further down blocks to see more snowfall. This is beautiful, by the way, guys. Always love a good snowstorm. Getting really cold. I might need to put my glove on. Let me actually try to do that right now, because I'm holding my phone without gloves and it's really getting cold right now. But okay, let me put this on. But yeah, okay, I apologize, guys. There we go. Definitely feels much better now. And the camera's still good. All right. And thank you guys for tuning in so far. Feel free to ask any questions. Last time we got snow in December was like a decade ago. Wow, that is pretty long. I'm sure like in my past few winters we got snow, but nothing major in December ever since probably since 2020 with winter with the December 16th winter storm, which brought like 7 inches of snow here. Yeah, in Ohio, in much of the eastern United States in general, we're going to see a pretty strong Arctic blast. Next week, highs are only going to be in the lower 20s here in northern New Jersey. And just in general, the United States should experience temperatures 15 to 20 degrees below average. That includes Ohio, New York, Pennsylvania, even as far south as Florida. It's going to be quite cold. With even as far south as Miami, you could see temperatures dropping down to the 40s. Oh yeah, winter storm Gale. Yeah, that was a pretty good snowstorm, but at least in my area and towards along the I-95 corridor, it fell a bit below expectations because we started seeing the warm air advection move in a little bit further westward than anticipated. So there was a lot of sleeting during that winter storm. So I think the forecast actually in my area was around 12 to 18 inches, but we only got 7 inches thanks to the sleeting. So at least in my area, it fell below expectations, but I know in the area sort of westward, and I'm sure in right around the Allentown area, it definitely was more impactful. Wow, that's been a while. Holy snow. Oh, 2006. Okay. But yeah, that's still 20 years almost. That's pretty insane. But yeah, I'm hoping to see that one big snowstorm this winter. Getting over a foot of snow is more rare than I thought here. It's been 5 years, and then before 2021, from what I remember, I think the last time we got over a foot was during Winter Storm Jonas in 2016 in my area. So, yeah, it happens right around a once in a 5-year basis here. But early 2010s, actually, we got a good deal of a foot or more of snowfall at times. But yeah, it doesn't happen often. But yeah, guys, in terms of what's happening right now, seeing very heavy snowfall rates. This will continue up until the 3 to 4 o'clock time frame. And yeah, now I'm starting to see the heavier snow bands come in. And I'm noticing it's got a little bit brighter. I'm not sure if that's associated with the heavier snow band making things brighter. But yeah, it did get a little bit brighter outside just now. But this is beautiful. Wow. But yeah, guys, make sure to stay safe, take precaution. I wouldn't recommend going out on the roads unless it's an extreme emergency, because even snow like this could be dangerous on the roads. You don't want to underestimate it, especially if your car isn't necessarily built for winter storms like this. Even a light amount of snowfall could cause quite a bit of havoc on the roadways and could make driving very difficult. Yeah, Winter Storm Orlena. I was in Pennsylvania during that time. At least right around the Poconos, just for vacation, and we got over around 3 feet of snow. I was actually around the Mount Pocono area, which got 38 inches of snowfall that weekend, which was pretty insane. Here, I'm pretty sure we got close to 2 feet of snow. I'll need to verify that though, but I'm pretty sure around this area they got 2 feet in northern New Jersey, which is still insane. One of the bigger snowstorms in history, to be honest. But wow, this is very heavy, guys. Yeah, now I'm starting to see the heavier snow bands move in. I think we're definitely gonna exceed the 1 to 3 inch snowfall forecast here in northern New Jersey. Wow. Stay safe, guys. It is beautiful. But yeah, let's continue to walk through the neighborhood. And we see the roads are impassable as well. Well, barely passable, I'll say. Snowplows has been doing a decent job, though, keeping up. And at least for the people who might want to drive tonight for Saturday night, thankfully the snow should end right around 3 to 4 o'clock, so that should make the roads good by then, by tonight. But make sure to prepare for tomorrow as well for another round of snow, as these snowstorms came out of nowhere. But yeah, definitely enjoying this. Very beautiful outside. Yeah, about 1 to 2 hours left to go. At least here around the New Jersey area. Wow.